Things to consider when you're about to set up an estate plan. So first and foremost, you should speak with an attorney about what an estate plan is and how it can be used to better serve your needs and goals. You want to know things like what's the difference between a will and a trust? What are advance directives? Why would I need certain documents in place? The more you understand about the various documents that go into an estate plan and why you may need them, the better you're going to be able to utilize your planning and make sure it does meet your goals and expectations. A few things that I see in my practice that should be considered because they're often left out and they're very important is one, a lot of people nowadays have digital assets. So you want to make sure that you have written down somewhere or typed out somewhere or saved on a computer and software passwords to these types of assets so that people know how to get into them, or if need be, they know that they even actually exist. Which brings me into the second issue I often see with our plans. We include what's called an asset chart, and it is just what it sounds like. It is simply a list of all of your assets, and on that list it also states where the assets are currently held. So obviously if it's a bank account, what bank it's in. If it's an investment account, what financial institution is the investment account with, property, where is it located, business, what state was it formed in, things like this, written out clearly. So one, you can better manage your assets while you're alive. And if you do have a trust, you can make sure that these individual assets are moved over into your trust. But also, and often more importantly, after you pass away, your trustee, the person who's going to manage the trust after you, so your successor trustee, needs to know what assets they're distributing under your trust. Your trust doesn't always list out the individual assets, and they also change during your lifetime. So this is why it's important to have a document like a spreadsheet that lists out all the assets, where you can easily add things as you gain more assets or remove things if you sell or get rid of assets. It's invaluable to have a document like this for your successor trustee because it makes their job so much easier. Some other important things to consider is, I think all of us would agree that we would want to die with dignity. So if we're in a scenario where we're sick or we're not doing well, who do you want to make medical decisions for you? What sort of directives do you want to list for your own medical care? What do you want to have in place? These are important planning tools. You have all of them at your disposal when you're doing an estate plan. You just need to know what to think with and what questions to ask. Hopefully, all of you would be involved with a very seasoned estate planning attorney who already knows the right questions to ask to make sure that your planning is done effectively. So I hope this helps answer some questions about what you should be considering when you're thinking about getting an estate plan in place. And if you are in Florida and you do want assistance with estate planning, asset protection, Medicaid, or probate, please don't hesitate to contact our office at Cause Law Office. We're the non-stuffy attorneys, and the link is in my bio.